In the heart of the dense Blackwood forest lies a town shrouded in mystery and intrigue, Blackwoods Falls. Nestled at the base of towering mountains and surrounded by thick fog that seemed to never lift, this town had a reputation for being a place where strange things happen. The first thing visitors noticed upon entering Blackwoods Falls was the eerily quiet streets. The only sounds that could be heard were the wind rustling through the trees and the occasional creak of an old, abandoned building. The townspeople were elusive and kept to themselves, rarely interacting with outsiders. Those who did venture into the town were met with curious glances and whispers that seemed to follow them wherever they went. The architecture of Blackwoods Falls added to its haunting charm. The buildings were all made of dark, weathered wood and seemed to lean in towards each other, creating narrow alleyways that twisted and turned like a maze. The town square was dominated by a towering clock tower that had long since stopped ticking, its hands forever frozen at midnight. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Blackwoods Falls was its history. The town's founding was shrouded in legend, with tales of a curse that had been placed upon the land by a vengeful witch. Locals whispered of strange happenings that occurred in the dead of night, shadowy figures that moved through the streets, eerie lights that flickered in the forest, and the sound of a woman's haunting cry that echoed through the valley. Despite its eerie reputation, Blackwoods Falls was not without its charm. The townspeople were fiercely loyal to each other, forming a tight-knit community that looked out for one another in times of need. The town's main street was lined with quaint shops and cafes, their windows filled with handmade goods and delicious pastries that drew visitors from far and wide. But as the sun began to set over the horizon, casting long shadows across the town, a sense of unease settled over Blackwoods Falls. The townspeople retreated to their homes, locking their doors and drawing their curtains tight against the darkness that seemed to seep through the very fabric of the town. As night fell, a group of daring outsiders decided to explore the outskirts of the Blackwoods Falls, drawn by the town's mysterious reputation. They followed a narrow path into the heart of the forest, the dense foliage closing in around them like a cocoon. The air seemed to grow colder, and the trees whispered secrets to each other in hushed tones. Suddenly, a figure stepped out from the shadows, a woman dressed all in black, her face hidden beneath a veil. She beckoned the group closer, her voice a soft, melodic whisper that sent shivers down their spines. The woman claimed to be the ghost of the witch who had cursed Blackwoods Falls centuries ago, doomed to wander the forest for all eternity. Fear gripped the group as they tried to back away, but the woman's gaze held them captive. She spoke of a dark secret that lay buried beneath the town, a secret that, if uncovered, would unleash a power that could destroy everything in its wake. With a final warning, the ghostly figure vanished into the night, leaving the outsiders trembling and unsure of what to do next. As they stumbled their way back to the town, a sense of foreboding settled over Blackwoods Falls. The townspeople seemed to sense the danger that lurked just beyond their doorstep, their eyes filled with a mix of fear and resignation. It was clear that the outsiders had disturbed something ancient and powerful, something that should have remained hidden. And so, as the sun rose over Blackwoods Falls the next morning, the town was once again shrouded in silence. The clock tower's hands remained frozen at midnight, a grim reminder of the darkness that lurked just beneath the surface. And though the outsiders had long since left, the memory of their encounter with the ghostly witch would linger in the town's shadows for years to come. For Blackwoods Falls was a place of secrets and mysteries, a town where the past and present intertwined in a dance of darkness and light, forever bound by the curse that haunted its very soul.
Now that's Blackwood Falls, the town. This was made for a horror movie role-playing game, but this would be great for Towns of Dreams. If you're looking for towns, go to Towns of Dream role-playing game, and you'll have tons of towns to play with. But when you get used to the game of the horror movie, which is very simple, you make your own towns and have fun with it. I hope you have a good time.